Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Good afternoon. Tuloy nyo lang yung chicha. But again, maraming salamat sa ating tagapagpakilala, Honorable Charito Zamora. Thank you. Our commissioners, Honorable Lord Luis Valera, Honorable Conrado Onglao, Honorable Erwin Enad, other members of the board, the Professional Regulation Commission, to PAPRB officers and trustees, distinguished guests, pinakikilala ko po sa inyo ang pinakamagandang Vice Mayor sa buong Pilipinas, Vice Mayor Chi Atienza. Siya po ay isa sa anak na magaganda ni dating Mayor Lito Atienza, who is now serving our incumbent Vice Mayor. No? Sa inyo po ay, well, I don't want to disturb your lunch. I'm supposed to be here I was asked to be here by 8 and I said, baka pwedeng makisuyo. Doon na ako sa mananghali. Para busog na silang lahat. Dahil kasi meron po akong schedule ng alas 10. As like what our chairperson said a while ago, we are really trying to innovate our healthcare system in the city by using technology. We just distributed almost 1,000 tablets for our BHW today so that we can gather more data and analyze it better for future reference. Not only by me, but the next person who will sit in the same position. Those things are very important, especially kanina, inabot ko yung ating mga tagapagsalita, yung sa forum ninyo. Libs naman ako sa inyo, sa edad yun yan, interesado pa kayo sa AI. Bagay, learning is a process. And learning doesn't speak of age. No? Mangyari, pag hindi tayo nag-adapt, most likely, mapag-iiwanan talaga tayo ng panahon at teknolohiya. And I'm very humble today. I'm really honored. Thank you sa inyo. Alam po ninyo, 100 milyon ang Pilipino. When you put it into numbers, kukunti lang ang professionals. And that's why I'm humbled and honored today to be before you to this, I think, magandang alaala. Para sa akin makaharap kayo ng mga profesional ng ating bansa. Thank you very much sa inyo. And I'm happy also you did it in Manila. Welcome po kayo sa lungsod ng Maynila. At hindi ko lang kayo gustong i-welcome, pwede ba gumastos din kayo dito sa Maynila? Opo. Nung ako po ibinalik ng taong bayan itong 2025 with an overwhelming, and Chichi and we were shocked to the result. I seen like unprecedented. The clamor was true to change the leadership again of the city. Supposed to be po, ako ay retirado na. Pag titingnan nyo po, ang bata mo naman magretiro. I've been working since 10 years old. At hindi basta ordinaryong trabaho. Hard labor. I mean, literally. So, kumbaga sa makina ng Toyota, pang-overall na po yung katawan ko. I've been serving the government and the people for the past 25 now, running 27 years. of my life. More than half of my life was dedicated to public service. Kaya, natutuwa naman ako. Gusto ko na talagang magretiro, pero hindi naman ako pwedeng magtengang kawali sa mamamayan. Dala nang, kung nasaan ako ngayon, ay dahil sa taong bayan. Una sa Diyos, pangalawa sa taong bayan. The challenge is, dinatnan ko po, talagang bagay, mga professional nga pala kayo. So I can use some technical words. No? We are fiscally challenged city. Literally, by the book. With all the numbers that we are seeing and the rejection of unnecessary expenditures and misdirection of goals and services. Now we are suffering at negative 10.2 billion pesos, when I assume, of commercial obligation. So, yan po yung pang-araw-araw natin na tustusin. On top of yung loan na ginawa ko. Gusto ko naman fair tayo. Gusto ko kwentas claras. I took a loan to develop the city at the height of pandemic. And that is, I think, ano naman yun, even America, for that matter, took every chances to sustain and create the velocity of money, yung ikot ng pera para stimulate ang ekonomiya. And that goes to every government. I think so. No? I may be wrong, but generally that's a basic principle on how to stimulate our economy. But then again, going back, with all those challenges, life must go on, way forward. Always way forward. Just imagine yourself at the age of 60, you're listening to AI conversation. What you call adaptation to new challenges. Which nakakatuwang isipin na hindi na pala tayo atrasado. Sumasabay tayo ang ating mga professional sa conversation and innovation of what is existing technology, which we did in Manila in my first term. Digitizing, making it, if I remember my professor said during the discussion in Boston, very vivid yung sinabi sa akin, sinabi niya sa klase, sa isipan ko, na you cannot solve corruption. Sabi nung teacher. Siyempre, lahat kami murmuring. No? Anong sinasabi nitong palongges na to? But you know, they may quit. It's not a that. You cannot solve corruption. Sabi. The only way for corruption to die is to limit human discretion in government transaction. Then I realized, adapting to technology may limit human discretion in government transactions. So when I went back, ano pa ako noon, Vice Mayor pa ako noon, that was 2012. Ipon lang ako ng ipon, ng knowledge, and when I became mayor, all the things that I have learned, thanks to my professor, my teacher in elementary, he said, naalala ko yung teacher ko sa Araling Panlipunan. Sabi niya, ang pinakamabisang impluensya daw sa isang tao ay ang kanyang kapaligiran. Then, my teacher in law school, and also in the executive program. So, napakalaking bagay talaga ng partisipasyon ng guro sa paggulma ng kanyang mag-aaral. Because we may bring it in our practice of our profession or responsibilities and duties. So, we adopted, I don't know if you still using it if you're a taxpayer of Manila, what you call now Go Manila. The Go Manila technology solve a lot of problems in terms of payments of regulatory fees. And now we are going to our Amilyar. Now halos ayaw ko kasi saan ka ba naman nakakita, no? Magbabayad ka na ng buwis, 3 oras ka pa nakapila. Tapos ang maganda, habang nasa hallway ka, ginagawa kang isda. Pinifish out ka ng pixer. And these are the things that I think kinipit balikat na lang ng mamamayan because nobody address it. Parang nakasanayan na lang. And that disrupt some unnecessary involuntary donation that is happening in City Hall. And I created a lot of enemies inside our own house. Kasi yung mga daga, nilagyan ko ng pusa. Kaya hindi sila makalabas sa kanilang lungga. And in innovation, may disruption. And mind you, to my mothers here, iba naman dito yung mukhang nanay ko pa. To my fathers here who will adapt to technology, mind you, adapting to technology may, initially, you may think that it will disrupt your career. No, it's not. It will better your profession. In fact, maraming mga makabagong access to a valid information, to a respected website, and so on and so forth, that any person can acquire. Sometimes it's free, sometimes for a minimal fee. Kaya yung lifelong journey ng acquiring knowledge should not stop. And I'm proud and happy today as listening to our professionals in the country talking about artificial intelligence. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Tapos na yung kambyo ko, babalik na ako sa usaping gastusan. Come! Go around the city. You know, you may be missing Port Santiago. Baka there is something new there in Port Santiago. You may not seen Esplanade. Maraming chicha doon, may hotdog doon. Those are the things that, Manila is a very unique city. It's a city full of history of this country. Yes, we are old, but we have a lot of story to tell. And that is our uniqueness. That's why, at the very least, we, in the city government, the very least that we can do is to make City of Manila pleasant and safe. Maaliwalas at panatag ang pamumuhay. That's why hiniikayat ko kayo. Gusto nyo ba ng tela? Pumunta kayo sa Tabora Street, sa Divisoria. Gusto nyo ng electronics? Punta kayo sa Raon. Gusto nyo ba ng medical supply? Baka gusto nyo iuwi sa inyong probinsya. Punta kayo sa Bambang. Gusto nyo ba ng ilaw? Punta kayo sa Alonso. Nakita nyo yan? Gusto nyo ba ng salamin? Punta kayo sa Carriedo. O gusto nyo makita yung mga lumang bahay sa Hidalgo? Punta kayo sa Quiapo. So there are many things, or this is what we call economic streets of Manila. Most of them may not add up to the what you call the bag or coppers of the country, but these are underground economy continue to exist to supply money and commerce. Nighttime, pag mamaya, bago kayo umuwi, O, gusto niyo ba ng broccoli na galing sa norte? Maayos na sibuyas. Kalamansi. Because we have night market in the city of Manila, where we provide access to cheap agricultural product and an outlet for our farmers in the northern region, in central Luzon and southern Luzon. That's how Manila is today and yesterday. We in Manila, we don't produce anything, but we distribute everything. We distribute your agricultural product. We distribute your plastic cups, kutsara, tinidor, plato, damit, tela. That's who we are. We distribute everything. That's why it's a very challenging city. Ang hirap mapagkatulog ho dito. Diverse, the demographics, so diverse. Sino ba Ilocano? Asan ka man? O, may Ilocano kami. Sino Ilonggo? Ilonggo kami. Sino Cebuano? Cebuano kami. Sino Kapampangan? Nanong Bureño? Meron kami. Meron kaming what you call Barrio Minu. Barrio Minu, the word itself. Full of menu, yung community. Meron kaming Barrio Kapampangan. O sino Antigueño? Antigueño ba rito? Parang kukunti lang talaga kaming mga Antigueño. Mga taga-Antique, shout out. Mga taga-Antique, shout out. May mga taga-Samar ba rito? Pariwaray. Ayan, kababayan ng nanay ko. So, my point saying this is that is Manila. So diverse that we in the government must be sensitive enough to address different culture in different community and geography. Sa awa naman ng Diyos, nakakapamuhay naman po kami ng mapayapa. Ang ayaw ko lang mo talaga, pagpapasensya nyo kung minsan, mahirap po maglinis ng kalsada. Yan po ang katotohanan. Especially, it's hard to change bad habits. At lalo't nakaugalian na. At lalo't ikinipit balikat na lang ng ilan na para bang bahala na. May gobyerno naman. Sila naman maglilinis niya. That's why ako naiinis. Ang Maynila is also center of freedom. Here, we have so many freedom parks. Sabi ko, kayo mga nagrarally, pakita nyo lahat ang ngalangalay ninyo sa kalsada ng Maynila. Kung ano man ang gusto nyong isigaw, malaya namin kayo tatanggapi sa Maynila. Ang ayaw ko lang, wala naman nung kinalaman yung stoplight. Bakit kailangan basagin natin yung stoplight? Bakit naman kailangan pinturahan natin ng pinturahan? Yung mga island ng graffiti. Bakit natin kailangan basagin ang isang tindahan? Lang na mapayapa. So those are the things that I really cannot. Ano yung tamang English doon? Fathom? Hindi ko maarok. Wala akong makitang katwiranan o katwiran. Bakit kailangan gawin yun? Which, kami naman alin kayo, katulad ngayon. Basta ulitin ko, isa lang po ang panawagan ko sa inyo, total nasa Maynila na kayo. Gumastos po kayo sa Maynila. But with the sales that we are going to receive for our businessmen, it's going to provide more jobs. And jobs create certainty and peace and order. That is our approach in solving peace and order in the city of Manila. To create opportunity to every Manileños to have a job, a decent one, so that alam po ninyo, hindi ko alam kung pare-pareho tayo ng paniniwala, but I respect yours. Ang paniwala ko po, ako'y galing ko sa basurahan, ha? Sidecar boy, basurero. Ang paniwala ko po, kapag ang isang tao'y nakapaghahanap buhay, mas limitado o mas hindi niya gagawing makapang-api ng kapwa. Kasi meron siyang panchicha. Meron siyang hanap buhay. So naturally, crimes, by providing MBN in the city of Manila. MBN, thanks to my professor in UPNC PAG. And I hope I continue to echo what they have taught us. Minimum basic needs, housing, education, healthcare, and jobs. This naturally will kill, or there will be natural decline of crime rates in every LGU, not only for Manila. Lastly, rest assured, you professionals, under my watch, modesty aside, in Manila we practice, you can ask even Chief Cesar Chavez, you can ask him, he knows it very well, meritocracy, based on merit. We respect our professionals. In fact, today, I would like to share to you your capital of the country, your city of Manila, will now, by first quarter of 2026, going to groundbreak our share for the nation-building approach, wherein we're going to produce more professionals in the city of Manila by building an additional Pamantasan Lungsod ng Maynila College of Medicine. Or, medically speaking, College of Health and Allied Sciences. Yun daw ang tamang pronunciation. Ako sabi ko, College of Medicine lang sa akin yan. To produce more doctors, nurses, and other medical field. Why? We have that already. We've seen that already with Pamantasan Lungsod ng Maynila in Intramuros. But because of lack of space and the growing population of the country and the city of Manila, there will be more demands for our healthcare provider or professionals. So I opted to continue the halted dreams. Kasi halted po dahil binilin ko po yun noong 2022 doon sa kasunod ko eh. Sayang naman. Hindi na ituloy. Sayang yung lost opportunity for 3 years. But rest assured, from 300 top-notch medical professionals that Pamantasan Lungsod of Maynila is producing nowadays, we are going to have at least 5,000 more with the new building of Pamantasan Lungsod ng Maynila College of Medicine in the city. So I think to the PRC family, the board of trustees, I think we are in synchrony. Protecting, producing capable professionals in our country. The more professionals we have, I think mas kokonti ang tulongges na politiko sa ating bansa. Yes. Nakalulungkot isipin na sa nangyayari sa atin. But let's go to the way forward concept. Can we do something about what is happening today? No, we can't. What we can do today is what we plan to do for tomorrow. Always way forward. Let's just be reminded of the things of the past. We don't forget. We forgive, but we don't forget. Because in not forgetting, we will be reminded on what not to do again. O, papaulit-ulit ba? Kaya kayo mga bahagi, kung nandito man kayo, bahagi ng pamahalaan as professional. Guide your leaders. Huwag kayong mahihiya to open your mouth by telling, like me, boss, mukhang sablay yan, ha? Boss, alanganin. Because I, for one, a high school finish, got elected, I think I'll be better in terms of odds, no? In terms of probability. I will be better being surrounded by professionals in terms of delivery of services and programs and planning. Because the guts of doing it belongs to the leader, but the proper way to do it belongs to the professionals. Kaya huwag kayong manghihina o mawawala ng pag-asa. The only thing that we have today is hope that someday, somehow, may panganganak, matatagpuan din natin ng mga leader na matitino sa ating bansa at sa ating komunidad. And we need you. The country needs you. The world will see the country, especially the city of Manila, a community of professionals. Even in the older, ayoko masyadong diginan yung edad eh. Even in the old times, sino ba pinirate ng mundo? Pilipino. Lahat tayo pinagkukuha. And they learn from us. Kaya lang when they learn, they became better than us. I mean, in terms of governance. Kaya tayo, mga naparito, while you're talking about AI, I, for one, in my own little way, at least ako man lang, ay may sabi ko sa inyo, huwag niyo po kaming pabayaang mga leader ng aming mga lokal na pamahalaan. Kailangan po namin kayo. Tulungan niyo po kami. Guide us properly. Say your piece when it's about time. Huwag kayong magkamali. Baka kayo'y pagalitan ng leader. You will never know. You will never know. May mga leader na mas nakikinig sa nakaalam. May mga leader talagang pailan-ilan na BBS. Alam niyo yung BBS? Bilib na bilib sa sarili. Pero meron din mga leader na mababa ang loob. While they are firm, while they are focused, while they have all the guts in this world, but they know how to listen when it's time to listen. And especially kapag kung sino yung kaharap niya. Nauunawaan niya ang kakayanan ng kaharap niya. May mga ganun pa pong leader. Kaya to our professionals, together, let's continue to hope. Kaya natin managot ang dapat managot, but we cannot keep on looking back. We have to look forward to the horizon. If not for us, at least for our children. For the next generation. And we have so many stories to tell to our kids. And bilang Panguli, tanungin ninyo ang inyong mga sarili pagdating ng araw. Ngayon, tanungin nyo na ang sarili ninyo. Kasi itatanong nyo to sa inyong sarili pagdating ng araw, pagkukuya-kuya-kuy na kayo. Nandun na kayo sa tumba-tumba. Binibilang nyo na butiwin. Tinitingnan nyo sikat ng araw. Bakit hindi ko pa ginawa yun nung panahon na nandoon ako? I think that is a question that we're going to ask later on. if you did nothing today, oh, sayang naman yung pagkakataon. So to each and every one of you, again, welcome to the city of Manila. Seryoso ako dun, tumusgas kayo. But again, thank you for choosing Manila. You come every year here. I'll come every year here. Oh. Masaya ako, malaki babayaran na buwis ng Manila Hotel. But going home, going back to your respective places, offices, in return, I'll pray for you. I'll pray God will continue to guide each and every one of you. Keep you safe on your way home. And I hope that God will grant your wish and dreams as professionals, your career. Ulit, maraming salamat. Pagpalain nawa kayo ng pong may kapal. Manila, God first. Thank you.